Okay, welcome back to another episode of High Rated Edison. So today we have Sensoro with 997 rating versus 808 with 1350 rating. So opening hands are Lone Fire, Bottomless, Debris, Call of the Haunted and Solemn versus Treeborn, Malicious Edge, Junk Synchron, Miracle Fusion, Riser and Sangan. Okay, so this looks like some kind of Quickdraw deck, and this looks like some kind of Hero Frog deck, but the Sangan is a little bit weird. 808 is really high rated though, so let's see what they've got in stock for us. So going to main phase, just going to set the Treeborn and pass. Draws into the Debris on this side now, so going to Lone Fire for Lone Fire for Titanial. Titanial going to try and get in now, beats over the Frog. Going to set the Call of the Haunted. Okay, the Bottomless and the Solemn. Okay, yeah. I guess no fear of heavy storm. Draws into the E-Call on this side now, so Treeborn's going to come back. Yep. Yeah, sets the Sangan. I thought we might see, if they're playing Prisma, I thought they might go E-Call for Prisma, dump Ocean, make Absolute Zero, but yeah, I'm assuming they don't play the Prisma. I'm just going to set the Sangan. Draws into the Foolish. Foolish is the Dandelion, so wow, set Titanial up nicely here. Gonna use the Debris, bring out the Dandelion, use the Dandelion, the Debris, and one of the tokens for Red Dragon. Okay, you are going to lose your tokens this way. So, gonna get into the Treeborn, destroy the Sangan. Sangan's gonna add the Swap Frog, and Titanial's gonna get in for 28. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, God, you're feeling pretty good right now, probably. It's a bit unfortunate they don't have any of the tokens left to protect the Titanial or stop any targeting effects, but it's not bad. So Treeborn Frog's going to come out now. Yeah, gonna hit him with a big thing. E-Call is going to get used for Ocean. Okay. Pitch Ocean for Swap Frog. Swap Frog, dump, Swap Frog. This is Miracle Fusion now. Yeah, this is really good. Gonna Solemn that. Yeah, I think you have to. Junk Synchron now, coming out. What are you thinking with Junk Synchron? So it brings back the swap. You've got all kinds of numbers here. So they've got 6s, they've got 8s, they've got, yeah. They've got 7s. This is just Black Rose? Yeah, looks like it. Black Rose is going to get Bottomless, and then they're going to Call of the Haunted for the Dandelion, so they get some tokens. Yeah, okay. That's fair. The Debris in hand is kind of crazy as well. Okay, I'm going to pass it over now. Draws into the Sangan. Yeah, I'm going to Sangan. Attacking for 1,000. Yeah, it was there. I'm assuming there was no way to gain. Yeah, 4,200 is just a bit out of reach of like what Debris can get to. So draws into the Infernal Prodigy. That's kind of huge. Treeborn coming back now. Kais is going to Kais the Sangan. Attack one of the tokens and pass it over. Yeah, they're getting a bit low. Cool. We're seeing the Level Eater. This is really cool. If you've not read this card before, it's a level 1 Dark Insect, and if it's in the graveyard, sorry, you can target a level 5 or higher monster you control, reduce its level by 1, and if you do special summon this card, can't be used for a tribute. Well, sorry, face-up card on the field cannot be used for a tribute except for a tribute summon. So you would have to use it with like a Monarch or something. But the story behind Level Eater is that Quickdraw Synchron can pitch this and then summon it, and then have it summon itself to make just an easy level 5. You can also just like get the Road Warrior out, or some of the big Synchros, however you kind of make your way to it, and then you just keep getting, keep recurring bodies effectively. Cool. Debris going to come out now, grab the Dandelion, use all 3 for a Stardust. Yep, this is nice. Stardust and 2 tokens is nice. Attacking. I think Stardust and 2 tokens is less nice when you've seen that your opponent's on Monarchs, but yeah, let's see how it works out. So Treeborn coming back now. Yeah, Rise is going to put the Stardust back and get into one of the tokens. Going to set the Raigeki breakdown pass, draws into the D prison, sets both. Going to Raigeki break the back row, draws into the E-Call. Yeah, I was going to say Malicious Edge is kind of huge because of the piercing. So we're going to take 26 there. Rise is going to get over the Level Eater. Draws Gauze. Yeah, that's just game. Okay. So game 1 going to 808 there. Saint Sorrow going to get to go first. Game 2 now. So open hands are Miracle Fusion, Yata, D Prison, Gauze, and Ocean, Torrential, Caius, Titanial, Debris, Gauze, and D Prison. This looks like a lot of stuff, but it's not a lot of cards that work together. This is not terrible, but it'll be interesting to see what they get for their 6th and, you know, the next draw of Yata. So sets the Debris, sets the D Prison, passes over. Yep. Draws into the Swap Frog. Swap Frog is going to come down now. Dump Treeborn. This is really good. Bounce back to hand and set the Yata. Okay, so it picks up the Debris Dragon for turn. Yeah, this is rough. Kaiku's going to come down now, so they're going to... Oh, there's no way. There's no way. So Kaiku was about to do some damage and then banish the Treeborn. They have Yata. They picked up this. This is probably like a 1 or a 2 of max as well, and they've picked up the Battle Fader to keep the Treeborn. Okay, they're huh. Okay. When did they Yata? I would have... Yeah, okay. I'd have probably done it on entry to battle phase. In case you drew the fader. Okay. That's a bit annoying. I would much rather have them have done it on like entry to battle phase. Get the battle fader, use the battle fader, keep the Treeborn. But I mean, yeah, they're still in quite a good position. So Gauze and the token on field now. So Gauze going to get into the Kaiku, are going to try to. Going to get hit with the D Prison. And then probably going to Caius in main 2. No, going to go with Swap Frog in main 2. Okay, Swap Frog dump the Treeborn. Sets the D Prison of their own and passes over. Draws into the Dust Sheet. Dust Sheet is huge there. TT and Dust Sheet down. Passing over. Draws into the Fossil Diner. Yeah, going to get a good look at the hand to see what to do here. Yeah, Caius is the big hit. I think that's right. So token going to try and crash now. Yep, I think that's fine. Swap Frog coming out. Going to dump Swap Frog and bounce back. Yep, I think that's fine. Draws into the D Prison. Okay, sets the D Prison. Passes over, draws into Sangan. Yeah, you've got a few options. What do you do if you're 808 here? So they're choosing to go with Swap Frog, dump the Substitute, just try and thin out the deck a bit more, bounce back and pass over, draws into Upstart. Going to Upstart into Braincon, which isn't going to do anything this turn. Pass over, yeah. Yeah, they both have cool decks, they're just not really doing anything at the minute. Draws into the Alias. The Alias is probably going to come down, yeah, this is nice. Flips the Debris, going to take 100. And pass it back. Draws the Smashing Ground now. Okay, yeah, they've got a few options. They can Braincon the Alias and put the Titanial up. I don't think that's good, but it's an option. It's an option to get a big monster on board. Yeah, what else can they do? Set the other Debris. But yeah, they're just not really doing a whole lot this turn. Yeah, just going to pass. I think it's probably the right call. Okay, so going to Swap Frog now, dump the Ocean. Swap Frog, dump the Substitute. Going to try and Miracle Fusion now. Yeah, this is nice. So Ab-Zero is going to come out. Yeah, does that proc the TT? Or... Yeah, I think so. So that's cool. Sangan coming down. Sangan's going to get D Prison. I feel like that feels worth it. Sangan's always a pain. Banishing it instead of destroying it feels good. So it draws into Quickdraw now. Just going to end as well. Yeah, I mean, this Quickdraw deck's really cool, but like 6 cards in hand and you're not playing. Maybe it's because of Gauze, but Yeah, it just doesn't feel good. Okay. I'm going to Miracle Fusion now for the Substitute and the Alias, for the Ab-Zero, normal summon the Diner. Wow. Yeah, normal summon the Diner is kind of cracked here. So going to get him for 11, oh sorry, 12 and then 25. I'm going to set the Raigeki break. Okay. Draws into Dandelion. Okay, they've really got to do something to get the Diner off field. So Smashing Ground. It's going to take care of the Ab-Zero. Brain Cons the Diner. Yeah. Battle Phase. Gets him for 12. Tribute sets for the Quickdraw. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you tried to achieve the outcome of getting both monsters off field, and you did that. So, feels good. Okay, just going to set the Yata. So just for memory, these are Raigeki Break, D-Prison, and Yata. So we'll try and remember that. Sets the Bottomless, passes over, draws into the Riser. Yep. Going to set the Swap Frog and pass, draws into the Sangan. Someone's going to have to do something. Sets the Sangan, pass. Draws into the Stratos. Stratos is a good pickup. Okay. Yeah. Could be Malicious Edge again. Okay, going to Bottomless that. Still going to take the Malicious Edge. Yeah, I think that's right. Start getting into some of the defense position monsters. So they're going to tribute both of those for the Titanial. Sangan's going to go off now. And that's going to add the Quickdraw. Yeah, Quickdraw Dandy. Hell of a combo. Yeah, they're going to hit the Think. They've got the Raigeki Break, the D-Prison, and the Yata. So they're going to Raigeki Break the Titanial. Titanial's going to negate it. Right. That's before the tokens come down. That's just so they can actually get that Titanial off field. So it brings out the Turbo Warrior. Cool. So Turbo Warrior, I have featured this card on the channel before, but if you've never read it, it rarely ever comes up. But it's a level 6, and when it declares an attack on a level 6 or higher Synchro monster, you halve the attack of the target until the end of the damage step. So it's always getting over big Synchro stuff, and then it can't be targeted by the effects of level 6 or lower monsters, which is really important for stuff like Monarchs, specifically, you know, the ones we can see in hand already. So yeah, this is a really good card to put in into the game. Unfortunately, it's going to get de-prisoned, but it is a cool choice, and it would have put them under a lot of pressure if it stuck around. Set the Bottomless and pass over. Draws into the Raigeki Break now. So going to Yata. Yeah, Yata for Brain is interesting. That's also going to turn on the Treeborn Frog coming back, which is nice. So tributing the Treeborn Frog for the Malicious Edge, that's going to get met with a Bottomless. Swap Frog going to get over the token. Yeah, it just feels so bad that this Debris Dragon in hand is such a bomb. They've got Raigeki Break now, but it doesn't feel like a good trade. They don't set it either. Okay. Okay. So Debris coming out now. Going to grab the Dandelion, probably going to AFD. Yeah, nice to see it. Cool. AFD is what you go into when you don't want a Black Rose. So yeah, this is cool. Going to get him for 21. You want to keep the Black Rose back for when you actually need it, so this does feel right. Picks up the Rotor. Have they got any good targets for that now? So Treeborn coming out now. Probably going to get Risered. So Rotor gonna, okay, yeah, Junk Synchron also works. So gonna grab Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron's gonna bring back the Swap Frog. This can be Goyo. It is Goyo. Okay, this is nice because the defense on AFD is 3000, which is so huge. So Goyo gonna summon it back in defense mode now. Sets the Raigeki Break, passes. Yeah, this is good. This is nice. If you're 808, you're feeling pretty good right now. The card's coming down now doesn't feel great, but you know, you're where you are versus where you feel your opponent is you're probably feeling like you're in the better position. So Kai's going to try and get the Goyo out of there. That's going to be successful. Just going to end phase now. Can't get over their own AFD. Draws into another copy of Riser. Going to Raigeki Break, destroy the token. Yeah, okay. let's see. So standby phase, tree one comes back. Yeah, do they? Okay. Oh, they've got the crow for it. Yeah, they have got the crow for it, and they haven't got a second. They never got the second in rotation because they set the swap frog previously. Okay. Yeah. I wonder if 808 watches this back. If obviously not on the channel. I don't expect him to be watching the channel, but watches his own replays back and sees that and thinks maybe they should have done swap frog dump the second treeborn. Maybe they even side one out for this match. Okay, so going to brink on the Caius and going to get in there for some damage. They aren't going to win this turn because of the Gauze, so going to take 21 and build the token, get over the token, main phase 2, bring out the Riser, spin the Gauze to the top and win it that way. yeah, so they're going to draw the Gauze next turn and then not got enough life points to get it live on field. Wow, really cool game. Yeah, this version of Hero Frogs is a few more Monarchs than we used to see in 2 Risers. I think the standard Fraser Smith list has just the 1 Riser. This plays Battle Fader as well, which is interesting. Unfortunate that we didn't see the Battle Fader interaction that we thought we were going to. But yeah, I'm assuming the timing just wasn't right for it and I've just misread the situation. This Quickdraw deck was really interesting. It just feels frustrating. Quickdraw's a really cool deck. I really want it to be good. I really want it to be really good. But so there's 2 things. There's obviously the big elephant in the room is that it loses so hard to deck Devi, which means it just really struggles at top tables where you've got lots of Vayu, lots of Black Wings. And the next thing is just it has lots of different engines that don't always kind of align to each other. So we saw there was a couple of turns there where Saint Sorrow had 6 cards in hand and they just weren't playing the game. Now there's definitely something in there to say, well, their Gauze was the reason why they didn't want to commit to the field. I get that, but even when they start playing the game, they've got a load of engines that don't really work together well. When they got put under Fossil Diner, they had to kind of shift the way they play as well. It was really good the way they got out of that, but it's just Quickdraw is so frustrating for me to watch because I really want it to be cool and good and playable at the top tables, but every time I see it I just don't know that it can be. I think the Riddle Sunshine Quickdraw deck that Fraser Smith featured on Teach Me How to Cook recently is really cool. We've seen Riddle Sunshine play that on the channel as well, and that with the plasma engine, the scapegoats and stuff, that feels like probably the best way to play it. But this kind of like version we're seeing now, the kind of old styly one that we've seen for the last year or so, it just doesn't sit well into the kind of Hero Machina deck, the frog deck. So it's interesting. I really want it to be good. I just think then that a bit more kind of transition into the Riddle Sunshine build or a bit more kind of exploration of cards can make this deck good, but nothing is ever going to save it from deck Devi. 808 played really well, as always. Good to see. Some good pickups. The rotor into the junk was huge, into the Goyo to take the AFD that stayed on their field for the rest of the game. And just all round solid plays. So really good to watch. Really hope we see more Quickdraw doing well in future.